Ho, 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 guess who's back? It's this lad, it's this lad. Now, many of you may be wondering, or probably not fucking thinking at all, where were you last week, cunt? Where'd you go? Where have you been? I didn't miss a week before any allegations get put on top of me of laziness, of what's the word for like not completing your job, being a shit cunt, shit cuntiness. Before any of those labels get put on top of me, I want to clear up what actually happened, right? So, let's cut back to 2 weeks ago. I need to fucking end this and go to bed. Yeah!
Yo, let me in, bro. Yo, it's the police backup that you called for? Something about like a dead body or some shit? Yeah, we got a whole SWAT team out here with like 800 guns and shit.
Basically, that cunt comes inside. I have to confess, you know, there's a dead cop on the ground. What am I meant to do? Shoot that cunt again? And then it's just piling up. It's getting worse and worse of a problem. So they take me down the courthouse, do the whole, you know, like rigmarole. I'm handed down a life sentence for murder and fucking whatever, assault of an officer, whatever. And then I'm in prison, right? And I'm thinking, fuck this is boring as shit. They don't even have KO in there. You're missing all the footies on Saturdays. It's fucked. It's inhumane. The treatment of prisoners is inhumane. So I'm like, fuck it. Let's organize a little bit of a riot here. I unite all the different gangs. I've got like the Christians and the Muslims teaming up, the whites and the blacks. Everyone's getting along. It's amazing. It's perfect. We band together, overthrow the prison, we escape. Currently all of us are on the run, you know, simple things. So I'm still like kind of hoping that the cops don't show back up and all of that sort of thing. But for the moment, I'm feeling free. I'm feeling good. You know, we did a good thing for the community. We gave back to the world. We banded together the groups that I never thought would collab. Fuck. Or, alternate reality. I got way too drunk the last time I tried recording, and it was like a sloppy fucking nothing video where I could barely get a sentence out, and I decided instead of re-recording it another day, I'm gonna go to jail. So the plan for this one is just, it's gonna be quick anyway. I can't be fucked. I just can't be fucked, you know? It's all J, we push on. You gotta keep doing what you gotta keep doing, but I don't know, I wanna drink. I really want to drink. I just want to get like, you know, the fucking state of grogness where moving, that's a task, that's a hassle. But staying still, that might be heaven. I want that, Letterkenny on the TV, and then more beers. So I'm going to do the recap of this week, last week, and then I'll go into the tips for next week. Spoiler alert. Oh. Yeah, I did really well. Two flawless weeks. You won't believe me, but look at this. Bang, proof. Video recording, he's swiping and shit. Bang. Bang! Yeah, I got 2 weeks perfectly correct in a row. To be fair, they were kind of the easiest weeks to predict all year. I'm pretty sure last week was like literally top 9 versus bottom 9, and there weren't any upsets. So tipping the favorites, that's how it always goes. But this week should make up for that being a little bit boring because fucking I can't tip anyone this week. I don't know who's gonna win anything. I've got like a really, really big shadow going on with the lighting here. Oh, that's nice. What if I face this way? What if I did it like this? Hey guys, what about So round 16 games. Let's start with Blues and Port. Biggest takeaway from this game is go Ken. Go Ken. Go Ken. I don't know, this was fucking boring. Carlton are shit. Carlton are in a really bad spot. Carlton can't win. Everyone wants fucking Michael Voss's head. They're graphing up fucking HQ and everything. It's kind of corny. It's not Vossi's fault. I've said this a million times. Like how much I gotta fix this. It's fucking with me. I don't know if this is any better. This might be worse actually. I'm not fixing it, fuck it. You can blame the coach so much for so many different things, sure, and like, but this game is just proof that it's skill error, player intensity, and effort. Everything's just fucking not there. The list has talent, it sure does. The top 6 of that fucking side are very, very talented players. They're not really performing that well this year, which is a thing in itself, but like generally, the top 6 of Carlton are they're starting in any side. The bottom 6 of Carlton, they make some of fucking Richmond's like rookies look like jets, like guns. The bottom 6 do fucking nothing. Nothing at all. I got a bit of a soft spot for Michael Voss for whatever the reason may be. And I hate seeing the narrative that he's gone, and it's all his fault, because really, this is on the players. The players are playing like fucking dog shit. Kerno's been a fuckwit, squirting water on everyone at fucking quarter time. As if you aren't like, what, 3 goals down? You're about to not score a goal for the first half of the game, and you're squirting water on cunts? Let's bring it down a peg, brother. Bully pressure is the key to beating Carlton. You bully them and they're gonna give up. Like the players that aren't tough enough to take that for the entire game will give up, and then their spine falls away, all the flesh and bones are fucking floating out in the water. It's not the coach, it's the system. Carlton sucks. Dogs and the Swans, it was a fucking ripping game. Goal for goal, one of the best games of all year. Became a real fucking shootout. Joel Frazier, how gun is he? They were calling him Mini Bond. I don't know about that one, but he had a fucking blinder. He's turning into a real good player. Aaron Norton fucking sucks. Don't like the cunt. And the Swans look dangerous again. The Swans are like a fun threat again. I'm gonna put a light on. That's a little bit better. Everything's kind of yellow, but if the Swans are kicking straight, they look real dangerous. They do look like a top 8 side when they're functioning and in form, but the Dogs look pretty fucking dangerous too. They look almost unbeatable, to be honest. Also, the Francis and fucking Rory Lobb scrap from that game, they lasted longer than fucking Ilya Charles did. So if you're wondering why I was drinking so much, Suns in Melbourne, long day for the D's. They at a lot of patches during this game, it was very competitive. But in those patches, even in those moments, the Suns were sort of just the better competitor. They should have won this one, did win it. I'm a little bit concerned about how their inability to put the team away, which is ironic coming from a Giants supporter, sure. But I expected a whole lot more from the Suns that I didn't really get. Doesn't mean that they're off track or anything like that. They're better than Melbourne, is what it is. North and Hawks, this is the dominant performance that does sort of solidify. Hold on, Hawthorn is still very much in the conversation. North suck. North got a good win the week prior, very good win. Very bad last quarter, and they took that badness from that last quarter into this game and fucking sucked for 4 quarters. It was embarrassing, a embarrassing performance. The Hawks do this a lot to North though. They flex on them. They're like, hey, you know how you were meant to be the better young side? Fuck yes. We did this first and we did it better. And we're going to do it for longer, probably. I don't know. Fucking is what it is. Again, results for both of these rounds sort of just exactly what you expect them to be. Nothing too surprising. Pies and the Eagles. Again, the Eagles actually made this game pretty competitive at patches. Way more competitive than I thought it would be. They got out in front for a fair patch in either second quarter or the fucking start of the third, around the middle of the game. But it's another 4 points on the board for the Pies. They stay strong. They stay the prime favourite. I don't see anything changing really with that. Adelaide and Richmond, Tom Lynch and Noah Bolter, get them on the Dana White Contender Series because they seem to be better at fighting than playing football. That's the entire commentary on this game, and it's entirely accurate. 100% the fucking best person in the world to fucking tell you. It was a boring game outside of the fights. Let's be real. This game was boring as shit. Cool little Adelaide highlights every here and there, but again, a little bit disappointed they didn't manage to put them away by a huge margin. Again, ironic coming from a Giant supporter who beat them by like 1 point in the last fucking however long of the game. We push on. Freo Saints, this was another classic ripping game, actually. I hate to say it because I don't like Fremantle. I don't like them. They were just too strong. And this was a good game. This was a really good end to the game as well. It was very intense, fucking topsy-turvy, who's gonna do what game. I liked it. I liked this one a lot. This is probably my favorite. Oh no, this round had the Dogs and Swans 1-1. That was goated. That was goated, I'll admit. Oliver Schmidt, I don't know. I think in different aspects, both teams should be happy with how that one played out. So now we jump to round 17 recap. North and Dogs. Now, this was much better from North this week. This was a very fun and competitive game until about halfway through the third quarter. And then it looked like, North, they're fallen, and they slipped away. But North have that problem. They have the last quarter worries as is, and I think that they did pretty decent. I think they did really well considering they suck. And the Dogs, easy dub, easy wins. They're making a push, and I fucking told you, I fucking said this. Dogs are gonna be dangerous in September. Fucking don't get bit or something. I don't know. Oh, I can't. Blues and the Pies. God, I kind of feel bad for the Carlton supporters. Not gonna lie. I don't love Carlton, but I follow them decently enough to be like, wow, it must suck fucking following this team. The cameraman knew what was up. Every single time that the Pies got in front in that early little stint where it was competitive or someone did something shit from Carlton, fuck a replay of what just happened on the field. Let's pan up to Michael Voss in the camera, in the fucking coach's box. Stressing the fuck out. He needs to take a chill pill. Take 3 Xanax and have 5 beers. Another 4 points on the board for Collingwood. How many times are we going to say that this year? Eagles Giants. Darcy Jones, what a go. First fucking 30 seconds of the game. Gets a fucking mean goal back in his... I think he's from WA or he grew up in WA or some shit like that. He, grew up following West Coast and that sort of thing. So, I love the cunt. I gotta love when he does a big moment in front of a crowd that I'm sure he'd be happy to please. We've got a few boys from out that way from memory, I think. Is Bedford from there? Maybe. Who knows? Could be spreading misinformation, but that's the meta at the moment. That's the norm. Correct information? What are you, fucking gay? I'm happy with how we performed in that game without a few of our key players as well. Like, we didn't have Hogan. Someone else was missing. I'm not fucking brains. Not working. I think we did well. I think we managed to hold a high standard of play. Maybe I should drink water. Then we had Essendon and the Suns. The Suns needed the win, and they got the win not convincingly. Again, comfortably, but not like convincingly. Not like this weird, dominant fucking performance. It feels like they're out there trying 100% for 4 quarters and winning by 30, 20 points each week. And to teams that are kind of below where they are, like their quality, their ceiling of what they can achieve and potential, and if everything's firing at the right time and everything like that, like they're a lot better than a lot of the teams below them. And they're a lot better than some of the teams above them, I feel. Like, I think they're in better form across this patch of a whole game than us. To be fair, like, to be honest, I just think that when we are on, that ceiling is fucking up here, and theirs is like, yeah, it's kind of, there we go, it's in frame. I don't know, I'm just worried that they're not going to make the 8 for some reason. I just don't, I'm worried. I want them in the 8. I want them in there. I just don't know if it's going to happen. And Essendon fucking suck. Cats and Tigers, who's the bigger cat now? Little pussy kitty cat to a tiger. Again, what did you fucking think was going to happen? It happened the way we thought it was going to happen. Nothing in this. Brizzy and Port. Port fans would be happy with the first 10 minutes is what I have written down for that one. Ken Hinkley is doing fucking teeth like bits in the coach's box instead of coaching. I feel like he's stepped out and he's like, well, they're not going to fire me at this point in the year, so fuck it. I'll fuck around, I'll dick around, I'll win a couple games. People need to remember that I'm pretty decent as a coach, but I think he's having fun. And the Lions needed to get the win. They did it easy. They made it look comfortable. They made it look like effortless. They're a threat. I hate to say it, but they're a major threat. Major threat. Biggest one outside of Collingwood in my opinion. Then probably the Cats. And then maybe the Hawks, bro. Fucking love it all. Oh, I was meant to reflect on that ladder predictor. That's definitely not happening until the end of the year. I'm telling you. They can't put me on fucking uni break and expect me to function. To soberly function? What? St Kilda and Hawks. This game was slow, low scoring, sluggish, brutish. The Saints actually do that to Hawks all the fucking time. I keep going, like, watching these ones thinking they're gonna be fucking incredible, like, mind-bending. How's it gonna play out? And that never fucking lands like that. Just never fucking happens. Rossi Bossy sure knows how to fucking, like, make a game tough to watch. He knows how to make it tough to enjoy. He makes it a boggy slogfest. I kind of like it. Kind of respect it. Gotta rate it. Yeah, Swans and Freo. Now, this is the only one of the tips that was, like, close to being a 50-50 game. But after watching what Sydney did to the Dogs the week prior, I just had this feeling that they were gonna pull one out. They were gonna be like, hey, we are a fucking team. I know we, like, Pablo's back out, which is gonna hurt them again. But I felt this. Freo were fucking pretenders, and I don't know. Freo feels soft and Swans feel angry. So I had to lean to the Swans. And in a pretty exciting game, pretty eventful game, for two teams that I very much dislike and very much don't necessarily enjoy watching. The Swans can be pretty fun to watch at times, but fuck, Freo's slow and shit gun. And fucking shit gun. They fucking didn't. That could be your final season campaign. Gone. Done. Like, that game could be the end of everything. So, I don't know. I hope you're happy. And then the last game of round 17, we had Crows and the D's. Melbourne did pretty good, all things considering. I didn't watch this one, I was listening to it. Because of the fucking Triple N cunts too busy making jokes to actually tell you what's going on the field. I don't know, like, where these set shots that Melbourne are having are taken from. I don't know if they're, like, on tough angles. I don't know necessarily the wind conditions, the spots, whatever. I can't, like, see it. From what I was listening to, their fucking set shot scoring is the only area of their game that's really holding them back. If they had, like, an accuracy percentage similar to ours, they go inside 450 more than us. They probably have, like, more success around the ground than us. Their forward line just lacks so much punch. So much punish, so much everything. Their forward line fucking sucks, dude. And for the Crows, you know, you gotta be happy. You again managed to scrape out the necessary wins. This is the team you should beat. You beat them. It's a good position to be in. The must wins. You just gotta get it done at this stage of the year. And people seem to be getting it done for the most part. For the teams that, like, other than fucking Freo, we're getting to a time in the year where, like, the top sort of creme of the crop is solidifying itself a little bit more than the bottom, and that's interesting. That's cool to me. So going forward, it'll be fun. Speaking of, let's do the tips. Yeah. Also, Benny Keys. What the fuck was that goal? The weird little floating off the boot fucking thing that was touched. Question mark? Conspiracy? Starting off Thursday night, we have Carlton and Brisbane. Brisbane are going to win this game. Not much to it. Carlton have a fucked draw for the end of the year because, like, people are expecting them to start turning it around and winning games. They're versing the best teams in the fucking competition. They're not going to win these games. They wouldn't probably won these games if they were in, like, great form for their list inside and game plan, whatever. These are tough matchups in that condition, in the spot that they're in now. I don't see it happening. It could. You know, North fucking took Brizzy to a draw. Essendon nearly beat them. It's possible. But to be honest, I think even at Marvel Stadium, I think it's dreaming to give the tip to the Blues on this one. I think Brizzy by 30, easy. If it's not 30, it's not enough type shit. This should be a statement game from Brisbane, fucking a percentage booster. Then we got the Pies and the Suns. Fuck. Don't know who to tip here. This is at Gold Coast. I got no idea. Collingwood are probably due for a loss. Let's be real. They've been fucking playing too good for too long. The cracks need to fucking show themselves. Something needs to break. The Suns have got their backs up against the wall. They're trying to make finals push, you know. The whole thing is kind of lead towards the Suns winning this one in terms of like vibe and feel and thematics and story and everything like that. But I'm just not going to tip it. I'm just not. I'm going to tip Collingwood. I don't know. I see them losing like a tough game down the line a little bit. I don't see them dropping this one for whatever reason. I'm probably wrong on this though. If I'm wrong on this, I'll cop it on the chin. But yeah, I'm taking the Pies. Saturday games, we got oh hell yeah, 120 Marvel Stadium, Dogs and Crows. Oh fuck, do I buy a ticket for that? I would if we weren't playing right afterwards. I actually fucking would. That's going to be so good, cunt. Get around that. That'll be a hype game to watch. Fuck, I might buy a ticket. Might just listen to my game on the way home on the fucking phone. Oh, come on, that's gonna be so good. I've got the Dogs in it. I love the Crows. I love the Dogs. These are two of my favorites this year coming at it. I'm expecting a massive scoring game that starts sluggish. It starts bouncing back and forward and no one can penetrate, and then it starts unleashing for both teams. High scoring, and I'm leaning the Dogs because of the home ground advantage, kind of. If it was at the G, fucking, I don't know. Crows play the G really well. I don't actually know how they do it at Marvel off the top of my head. I don't know their form there. But for sure, I think that this game will be game of the round. This will be fucking electric. Crunch time for both of these teams. They're both both going to want to be making a statement with this win. So I'm fucking excited as shit for this game, but I am leaning the Dogs. Home ground advantage, you know, a little bit more dynamic in their forward line, I feel. Like they can score from more avenues and that sort of thing. And I think that just kind of helps that less formulaic like style and more options that can be thought of on the fly. I think that helps in a matchup that's like this. In my prediction, going to be very high scoring, very, very intense, very fun. But yeah, leaning the Dogs. Then we got Giants and Cats at NG. Now I've tipped us. We're not the favourites. It's never stopped us before. We beat Geelong at Geelong earlier this year, and that was a massive fucking, I didn't tip it, you know, it was a massive upset. But our record at GMHBA has been fucking great. It's really good. My worries with this come that it's not at GMHBA. It's at fucking NG. We tend to lose there, kind of. Not really. I think we're probably like a 50-50 record there, maybe a little bit better than that. But we lose a lot of games at our home ground. We don't play at home all that fucking often, so I don't feel like we come into this with a home ground advantage. I feel like we come into this with maybe a like team plan advantage. I feel like we play very well against the Cats side. They're tall and old, and that doesn't mean that they're not fast and tough. They are both of those things, but I feel like we're just a little bit slicker than them, just a little bit more bit more lateral movement. I don't know. We do something when we play the Cats every single time. It's always a fun fucking game to watch regardless, so I'm pumped as fuck. Like 2 potential game of the rounds right after each other. Saturday's looking primo if I don't get blackout by this point. So I'm got to try hard to keep things respectable. What's after that? Oh, I am tipping us, by the way, but you know, either way again, but I'm leaning towards us. This is a hard round to tip. I feel pretty confident with the Dogs tip and the Brisbane tip, and that's it. I feel confident with this one though. Essendon and Richmond at the MCG. I'm gonna go Essendon. This, a month ago, I would have tipped Richmond every single time. I hate the form they're in right now. Not their youngs, not the people that I'm actually enjoying watching Richmond for. I hate the form of their fucking olds. This is a night game, so that Bolter won't be a problem, but he's looking fucking messy. Lynch is looking messy as shit. Like outside of the striking thing's whatever, he punched some cunt in the head. It's bad, don't get me wrong. It's, I think, probably worth more than 5 weeks, don't get me wrong, but when he's playing the fucking game, he's shocking. He's been shit all year, and that was one of his worst games that he's ever fucking had, one of the worst quarters I've ever seen from anyone. I don't know, like, their leadership positions at Richmond aren't really doing anything for me at the moment, but that isn't to say that this isn't going to be a fun, competitive-ish game. Kind of sucks that this has taken the night slot. I feel like either one of the games before that would have been better than both of these night games, but, oh, you know, hold on. I'm tipping Essendon on that one. I don't know, a little bit more confident than some of the other ones, but Hawks and Dockers at Optus. I got the Hawks here. I think they kill Freo. I think they kill them. I think they ruin their season. I think that this is game over, season over for Freo, and I think that Hawks are going to be flexing the fuck out. I don't know. I think that the speed, it's either gonna be Hawks can't touch the ball and every time they do crumble to pressure. Very possible. Freo did this to Adelaide, who have a similar game style to Hawks. It's quite different. It's very different, but like similar speed wise at least. And Freo fucking mauled them into, ground the game into a halt and taught Adelaide, hey, you have to play a fucking defensive game. Like, I think that Freo have very much the ability to win this. It's at their home ground. Energy is going to be through the fucking roof. I'm a little loose on this, but I'm leaning the Hawks. I think they kill that. I think they kill that energy. I think they I think they rile up in that rivalry. Fuck, bro. They do. They'll run on that negative energy. They'll run on that pressure. I think they can do it. If they're very serious about the end of the year, they will, and that'll put them in a great spot for the rest of the year. If they manage to get this win, this is one of their harder games going into the last stretch from memory. Could be wrong, but this is a challenge, no doubt, and I think they're up for it. So go the Hawks. We've got 3 games on Sunday. We got North and Melbourne at the MCG. Fuck, Cherry and LDU are out. Is Cherry out? That might change. If Cherry's in, I'll change my tip back to North, but I'm tipping Melbourne. Melbourne are in decent form. They haven't been able to win a whole lot, but I think that they can lose this game. North have the ability to make this. North have the ability to steal the show here, and then everyone goes, why did we fucking think North were gonna lose it? Like, they just fucking pumped Carlton, but I don't know. I've got a bad feeling that doesn't happen. I think that they played really well last week, played really tough, really fucking honest brand of footy. If LDU's out, Cherry's out, I don't know. I don't see how you get it done. LDU's playing mid footy right now. Cherry's playing unbelievable footy right now. That evens out to being 2 great players. I don't know. It's rough. If Cherry's in, I'll change my tip back, and I'll include that if I do or not. Sydney and Saints at Marvel. That'll be fun. No, it won't. Let's not lie to ourselves. This game's gonna suck. Swans gonna win. I don't know what the fuck that was. Swans gonna fucking win, cunt. You fucking hear me? I fucking hate the Swans, and they're gonna fucking win. What the fuck? I don't know, I just see them doing it. I see them doing it. They're back. They're trying to make a fucking push, lad. It's potentially, like, they can make the 8. I think, let me do it. Let me do some quick maths on the ladder. And by that, I mean look and go like, oh, fucking maybe not. No maths involved. They're 10th, they can make it. Whoa. Oh, tell lies. Tell fucking lies. Freo, who are above them, have won 10 games, and they have won 7. So they... Oh. If Freo lose this and Hawthorn beat Freo this week and Sydney beat Saints, I'm just saying it's potential. But no, it doesn't look too likely. But I still think that they win this game. I think they make a very aggressive push towards the end of the year. Not having Papley kind of makes this different, really. I know that Gordon's been the star since he's come back and he is unbelievable, but I feel like Papley is more of the difference. He's more of that pressure. You know, he's in your face. He's on the ground. He's just fucking making noise. He's being loud. He's a body in that forward line that they need. I don't know, but again, unconfidently leaning the Swans on this one. Not confident with very many this round, to be real. Final game of the round, we got the Eagles and Port at Adelaide Oval. I'm gonna go Port on this one, and maybe this is my like comfortability. Riding out the round off into the sunset. Look, it's not that West Coast can't win. They can win. They might win. You know, it's possible that Ken pulls a Ken move and forgets to fucking rile the boys up. It's possible. It's very possible. Sam Pepper's out. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be too interesting. I think the West Coast make it interesting for 3 quarters and then Port fucking pull away and it's like what, 80 to 50? Or it could be super high. I don't know. Who knows, bro? Predicting shit's hard as fuck. Doing tips sucks, cunt. For now. I'm keeping it covered. I don't want to get too like. You know, just, that thing might start growing again. Fucking, this room is a mess. I don't even want to show it. Save the fucking photoshopping. What the fuck is wrong? I'm having a meltdown, cunt. I'm gonna go watch some Letterkenny. Yeah.